Hi guys, welcome back to Sacred Shifts and how to navigate them. So I rolled some dice and I got the 5th house, which is like womanhood, cycles, and North Node, and I heard coming into your own, right? And then Libra, which is balance, like a balancing of the scales, right? And I really feel like you're coming into your own, right? Your own way of being and recognizing like who you want to be and like really being disciplined enough to make sure that you are that being, right? So we'll get some cards and see what they want to say. And on the bottom is a high priestess. So like really coming into your own knowing, right? And really opening up your higher heart chakra. I heard activation and my throat was getting all, so you may have like a throat activation going on as well, or both, you know. I feel that heavily for the collective at this time. Yeah, that we're no longer, I heard, no longer letting people knock us off of our healing journey, right? We're no longer letting people knock us off of our healing journey, right? We're recognizing where we have to have our head and our heart on the same page, and working from a grounded place, 111 on the timer, from our heart, right? We're no longer letting people unbalance our journey and like, I heard curb our creativity or stop us from being our creative selves. 1, 2, 3 on the timer, right? And they, yeah, because someone definitely was trying to keep you from building this generational wealth. And they were sending you like a lot of negativity towards like your relationship with yourself and others, really. A lot of negativity, envy, jealousy being sent your way, like to stop this generational wealth, this building of a wealthy home is what I heard. This building of your knowing, right? Of you like connecting to yourself. They really wanted to stop that. And that's like people in their south node always be trying to stop people in their north node. You know what I mean? Because they're like, hey, I want to be where you're at, but I don't want to do the work. Make it make sense. It doesn't really. You'll have to get a different deck. I don't know that this one wants to talk. Yeah, they were trying to burn you out, like take your creativity, make you like feel weak, like you had no passion to become this like superstar. You're meant to be like this star, shining your light, shining your knowledge on others, right? Helping others. 2, 3, 4 on the timer. Helping others. I'll just grab a different deck. I'll grab this one. Right? And on the bottom is the generational wealth. Like this card always speaks to me. Yeah. They wanted to keep you in an unhappy, like thinking it's like this celebration, right? But they wanted to keep you where you're not in control of your emotions. You weren't like mastering yourself, right? Because you were constantly, I heard not tapped into your emotions because you were running from them, right? And so now it's time to run towards our dreams, right? Our passions, and let go of this devilish energy. See how there's like control tying these two people together? They really wanted to keep you bound and tied to them. And just devilish things, right? Yeah. They wanted to keep you constantly wondering, like always wondering like when the next fight will be, always waiting for the fight. But I think it's, now you can come to this place where you can like channel your emotions is what I heard. And the other card that fell out, yeah, they really wanted to keep you in this place of you never receiving your justice, of you always waiting for the good days, right? And I think you took that emotional mastery into your own hands with this Page of Cups, you know, and recognize, hey, I have to be the one to hold my own cup, right? Hold my own cup with confidence is what I heard. They don't want to talk today at all. The cat. Yeah, they wanted you in anxiety, always carrying burden, right? Like, the 8 of Wands is quick action, quick news, but I think you took quick action away from this situation where you were feeling burdened and anxious about, like you constantly got anxious when this person was around. There's a reason for that, right? 4:44 on the timer. My cat went in the door. Okay, I open it. It's so funny. Is there enough room? Yeah, bro, they did not mean you well. They seriously wanted to keep, okay. They wanted to keep these swords in your back. They never wanted you to recognize like that, that they were stabbing you, right? And they were really lustful and like keeping you attached to them because they know you have victory in their future. They know that you have good things coming in, that you're meant to walk confidently into this new timeline, right? And they wanted to ride your coattails. Could be a King of Swords, or you are very logical and you are learning who and what to cut off, right? But they were very sneaky, very sneaky. I think as it laid out, like this King of Swords was very sneaky. They didn't want you to know that they're truly a Page of Swords and they're not a king at all. And they wanted to keep you away from this emotional mastery, this emotional happiness. And they wanted to attach to you because of this Ten of Pentacles energy. They know you're going places and you have true wealth, which is peace, right? Which is, I heard holiness, which is peace and holiness, right? And like really letting the Holy Spirit, your heart, holy heart to lead you. I'm just saying. So yeah, that's a good story there. Yeah, and they wanted to like control this world, like control your view on the world, control your passions, control your plans, like, and keep you in this stuck energy where you weren't moving, where you weren't planning, where you weren't listening to spirit, right? Ain't nobody got time for that. We only got time for generational wealth, for loving ourselves, for creating generations of little lovers, right? And really like embodying, see, like I also get the lusty energy from the King of Wands, but I think this is really embodying your divine masculine energy, right? And really like becoming passionate about life again, really romanticizing your life and becoming passionate about life. And not allowing lustful energy to replace love, right? Love rules on. Yeah, they were totally breaking your heart. See, like, lust is not love. This lusty energy is not love. But they wanted to make it look like it was all, I heard all balancing, and it was 727 on the timer. Yeah. You're meant to really cultivate your pentacle, really cultivate your craft, really work diligently towards who you want to be. I think that's what I'm going to name the reading. My cat just climbed in a box. Yeah, you're meant to work diligently towards who you want to be, towards like cultivating you, right? That card like did not want to come out. Yeah, and that means knowing what and who to cut off when. And I think you're on this journey. Either you're close to cutting someone off, or you have cut someone off, and this is your confirmation that you did right by doing that. They didn't mean you well. They wanted to play house is what I heard. My cat confirms. And they wanted to keep you in this lusty wands energy where you were like lusting over them, right? Yeah. Because they wanted to take your pentacle, bro. They wanted to keep you to where you couldn't like be at peace. You couldn't rest or be at peace because they wanted to keep you from making your own pentacle, because they wanted to be tied to you energetically. We will see what these cards say. I'm sure it'll be somewhat the same. It'll be like lusting, longing, wishing, hoping. Oh, smart ass. Shallow, spying. Spying, because I know that you got good things coming in. They know you're growing and glowing. See how the white and the black sticks out on these cards? That's like you being balanced in your duality of both. Like, you know when you have to bring the darkness out, right? Yeah, they're totally fantasizing, because fantasizing flew all the way over there. They're totally fantasizing a new beginning, or hoping, wishing, praying a new beginning. So we have return, ecstasy. So they're like, they might be having problems with their, you know what, or they're just not feeling it, whatever. Elusive, dishonest, hopeless, sinking despair. I'm telling you, bro, they are feeling your I heard emptiness. Your goneness, though, is what I mean. They are feeling, I can't think of the word. They are feeling you being gone. But now this is your time for healing. This is how you can truly heal, because you can't heal where you're being broken, right? It's just not possible. Yeah. And I think you guys might have had a past life together. See, time, emotional storm, bluff. See, they might be using time to reel you back in, right? Being like, oh, there's this much time between us, or whatever. Emotional storm, but I think you're being called to remember the emotional storm that they put you in, and that they always set your emotions on fire, right? And bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration, past life, deja vu. And this is why they feel like it was so hard for you to determine whether or not they were a karmic or a real person, because you guys have shared past lives together, right? Twin flame, mirroring, shared energy, right? I think you're your own twin flame. That's just my opinion, right? We're not meant to like put our eggs in another basket and be like, you're mine. I don't know. But mirrored, shared feelings, reflection. I think you may have reflected to this person who they were truly being, and it gave them, I heard gave them chills, right? Running, ghosting, disappeared, invisible, and exhaustion, depletion, drained, long journey. Yeah, they have a long journey back to themselves of finding like, hey man, hurting people just makes more hurt people, right? And I think in order to recognize that, you have to lose people, right? So you did right by going and glowing. Okay, Oracle, which today, and on the bottom of this one is justice. So this is definitely your justice, is walking away for your own good, right? Walking away, doing what's best for you. Ooh. Flip the whole mother effort over. Restoration of life. This is going to bring you restoration of life, right? Well, I'm not going to read all of those, but I thought since it flipped up, we might as well. Inner and outer work. Your inner and outer work is truly going to be coming in. And yesterday when I was at work, I heard leg up, right? And I was like, heck yeah. And then today when I was doing breath work, I heard windfall. So you definitely have something coming in, right? And it's due to all this inner and outer work. Intellectual richness, right? He's holding this over his heart and wielding his sword wisely. This is using your heart's wisdom to lead you, right? That's intellectual richness. And eloquence. This is sinking in the 12:22 on the timer. This is sinking into the divinity that you are and recognizing like you are eloquence. You are divine truth walking, right? And really like embracing yourself as that rather than, I heard, running from yourself, right? So it's time to stop running, and it's time to start, I heard, praying. Praying, playing, right? And recognizing like, I hold the power to this beautiful human existence, and I can create all the celebration I want, right? But that's with this emotional mastery. It's with mastering myself, right? And I think that's, we all get to do that. We all get to master ourselves. And what a beautiful blessing that is, right? So I'm setting the intention that this reaches whoever needs, oh, we'll do some whoever needs to reach angel questions for you. We've got no, and then no need to worry. So I think that's like a double confirmation of you're not meant to worry, because you've got opportunities coming in. Sorry, I'm flipping you off. You've got opportunities coming in, and you're supposed to focus on the glow up, is what I heard, on who you want to be genuinely. So if you haven't written your self-concept, I highly suggest writing it, right? To the T, exactly who you want to be. Because I can tell you now that I was not this, and I'm not even where I want to be, but I am much further than I was a year ago. Because if you go look at my videos a year ago, I was like half showing up. I was playing small. And right now I'm still kind of playing small, you know, but I'm a lot better. So I'm not gonna judge. And that's also one thing I'm letting go of, is judgment of self, judgment of others, judgment of freaking anything, right? And just like being with this beautiful human experience. So I hope this helps, guys. Have a great day.